just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your crowds are rising, hearts are climbing, green flag waving, no more hiding. Fuel the fire, hit the gas. Another week, another chance, 'cause we race like there's no tomorrow. Speed and pride, we never borrow. Side by side till the sparks fly back. You want the glory, earn your track. From the open laps to the victory lane, we chase the thunder, outrun the rain. Strap in tight, no turning back. See you on the track. National velocity, racing league. Do you have what it takes to run against the best? Do you have what it takes to run against the best?
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into Motormouth Broadcasting, and welcome in to the Maximum Velocity Racing League for the CNC Home Designs Truck Series Championship. It's season 5 and round 8, and we're live from Bristol Motor Speedway. I read it all at the same time. Bristol Motor Speedway here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks in a row, we've gone short track racing. Last time out, it was a mile-long circuit at Rockingham Speedway. Tonight, we've cut that in half as we head into the Stadium of Bristol. Hamish Ronner here with you alongside Jim Cunningham, as always, as we look to go racing, Jim, for what is bound to be roughly 2 hours of spectacular fun here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And ultimately, after last week's race at Rockingham, I'm excited for tonight's race. I mean, Bristol can often bring some good challenges to drivers. It's slightly slower pace, but it's going to be just as intense as... Well, we don't really have opportunity for these drivers to run away from each other tonight. They should be tightly compact the whole way through. But with some drivers immediately in this race going to go a lap down due to some penalties, it's going to put the pressure on them early, and ultimately qualifying is going to matter just that little bit more for those drivers who don't have EOLs or drive-throughs coming their way this evening.
Right, which there's quite a few that do have them, so it's going to be somewhat entertaining as far as that goes. I am currently trying to focus on, I think everyone is going to make the field tonight, so we don't have to concern ourselves as much with trucks not making the field. I think we have like just about the proper amount here, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah. So currently we are, I believe, one short of what would be a full grid of 43 cars. Normally, on a run here in the CNC Home Designs Truck Series, we're limited to 43 cars on the grid. So if we ever got more than 43 in qualifying, it means the drivers would get knocked out and knocked away and sent packing home. With 42 cars on the grid tonight, it means everyone out of qualifying is going to make the race. It's going to make that EOL situation very interesting for those that are actually going to be running tonight with EOLs. I haven't even double-checked or cross-checked, Jim, who is running and who has got EOLs combined.
Right.
But the amount of drivers, hope you're ready for this list. The amount of drivers with EOLs tonight: the 5 car of Billy Bumgarner, the 10 car of Stewart, 16 of Harris, 18 of Greneau, 19 of Whitman, 23 of Nees, 25 of Hagee, 28 of Voiles, 30 of Tyler, 44 of Helmlinger, 46 of Patton, 75 of Terheimer, 91 of McLaughlin, and 97 of Baird. Combined with that, the drivers who have got drive-through penalties coming their way on lap 1, the 19 of Whitman, so he's immediately going to go a lap down. The 46 of Patton, he's going to go a lap down. The 61 of Sanderson, more than likely he's going to go a lap down. The 91 of McLaughlin, definitely going to go a lap down. So 3 of those drivers combined with an EOL and as well a black flag. And to confirm, Sanderson's got a probation currently as well, so he actually won't serve his drive-through until his probation's up. So, he's currently on probation, sorry, so he will serve his drive-through. So, And a suspension as well for Gaccione. Last week's race was absolute chaos,
It sounds
and
worse.
it's led to
It
multiple
sounds worse on the
drivers
penalty
getting.
list than it did in person.
It does.
I
It does.
didn't even view it as that bad last week. I thought it was pretty entertaining.
I thought it was as well. So there are definitely some drivers out there who are going to be serving their penalties tonight. We mentioned Scott Sanderson. He's out there in the 61. He will be serving that drive-through penalty as of the commencement of lap 1.
That's why he's
and because
practicing.
it's single,
He's gotta recover
well, that's
from
right. And because it's single pit lane this evening, he's going to have to run around the whole field in pit lane to get back out again.
I don't know
he's
what
definitely going to. He may even be 2 laps down.
I don't even know what
by the end of that
bastard picked single pit lane instead of the dual pit lane. That is so cold-hearted. But I'll tell you what, that really puts a premium on qualifying up front.
It does. It really, really does.
You get the higher priority pit boxes, and that is in a race like this, that can make a huge difference. Like
for
game changer for somebody like Bentley Glazer, who it would appear is going to be on the pole. That is phenomenal. By the way, look at their times. Holy cow, they were like almost identical.
I know. It's going to come as a premium. I mean, Jared Wishon, he's starting up the front tonight. Very excited to see what he can do out there. He's had some fairly decent runs this season, but hasn't really broken the mold just yet. The driver I'm looking out for tonight, though, Jim, and it's the driver to take his first win this season, Dakota Floyd. We know he's strong at short tracks. We expect him to be strong here tonight at Bristol as qualifying comes to an end, and we get ready to get gridded up for tonight's race as well. So,
I have to
as we said,
on the grid instead of row 12 because that would not be a good place to start. Hey, look at there. I got it for you.
First row, though, will be Bentley Glazer and Jared
Are we going to have a
Wishon.
Dodge Ram thing in the thing? I bet we don't.
We won't.
That
we won't
sucks.
because SDK is not updated yet to have the Ram logo in SDK. But I'd expect that within the coming weeks. So row 1 is Bentley Glazer and Jared Wishon for P1 and P2 here this evening. Dakota Floyd, James Lehman starting on the second row of the grid. To row 3, we find Michael Milfelt Jr. and Jordan Nees for the top 6 cars here this evening. To Austin Wagner and Keaton Tripp, the first 2-time race winner this season. He'll start out at row 8 with Scott Sanderson and Joshua Motorcheck in behind them, remembering that Sanderson has that drive-through penalty coming his way, so he will drop down the order fairly quickly. Fracker and Michael then for the top 12. As we'll look back to Nathan Carroll and Garrett Helmlinger for the top 14. We mentioned Helmlinger. He will have that EOL start here tonight. Jack Watts, Heath Smith for the top 16 on row 8 to row 9. We'll find ourselves with Tommy Cook and Ty Stanley for the top 18. To Thomas Lee and Rob Haynes then for the top 20 cars on the grid for the 10th row, with Richard Holland and William Kirk. Captain Kirk starting out of P22. Here this evening, TJ Lee Jr., the first of the Rams in P23 alongside Gordon Spain in P24, to row 13 where we find Greg Malm, the Shitty Coolers entry alongside Christopher Howe for the top 26 cars. To row 14, we skip row 14.
Yeah, well, they're not
Brad
that
Slagle and Michael Brooks for the top 28 cars on the grid to the 15th row.
Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked. No, mind me.
Brandon Groover, Billy Bumgarner. Bumgarner will start with an EOL penalty here tonight, so he'll be at the very back of the field. Ronald Neese and Matt Rodoloso for the top 32 cars as well. To Krishan Elliott and Ivan Jones for the top 34. And to the 18th row of the grid, Kyle Stewart will start alongside the second Ram entry here tonight, Christopher Hagee, for the top 36 cars. To the 19th row of the grid, we find Riley Laverne with James Durr for the top 38. To the top 40, and we'll find Rod Minton and Scott Patton for the 20th row of the grid. Into the final few positions, we find Bill the People's Champion and Zach Groover at the back end of the field in P42. But again, multiple EOL penalties mean that multiple drivers will drop to the very back of line, including Scott Patton in the 46, Garrett Helmlinger in the 44. Those guys have dropped to the end of line as well. And I mean, the bulk names. And unfortunately for Scott Patton, he's also going to have to drive through pit lane. So that's going to make his life even harder. Bumgarner's gone to the back of the field as well.
Scott Patton.
Yes, Scott Patton.
Oh, no.
In the Stone River entry.
No, I know. My brain is just, I'm jelly. By the way, last night we did the most spectacular crash last night in a GT
Absolutely
race
spectacular.
that we covered, and we highlighted it numerous times on the broadcast, as I'm well known to do. especially from inside the car. Let's just say the car barrel rolled probably in excess of 10 times. It was pretty spectacular. And the dude literally shouted out to us on YouTube today saying he couldn't wait to see it make the
reels.
highlight. Yeah, the reels.
Well, we get ready to go racing. Green flag here at Bristol as Jared Wishon and Bentley Glazer get us going, and Wishon immediately into the race lead. 191 laps to come our way here this evening out at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's going to be an epic race. Stage end will come at lap 57. They've got 3 sets of tyres with an 80% fuel capacity in these cars tonight. They're using roughly 14.9 gallons of fuel as well, so that'll make the fuel game very interesting in terms of the window for them to come into pit lane. But it's going to be tough, Jim. It's going to be a tough race tonight, as you know, laps are going to fly by very, very quickly. And ultimately, it's about keeping yourself out of pit road. That's going to be the key tonight to drivers remaining within the bubble and remaining within the window of possibly taking a win. But I tell you what, Jared Wishon is in a rocket ship right now, already up to a 1.1 second lead. Have we found Wishon's secret specialty in half-mile short tracks in terms of Bristol?
Maybe. Let's see. It's easy to get out there and run that hard with 4 or 5 lap old tires. Let's see if he can do it when those tires are 30 laps old.
So confirming as well, just quickly here, Sanderson and Patton have now rejoined the field after their drive-through penalties. They've gone 2 laps down on the race leader and edging upon a 3rd lap down on the race leader. So
what they need is a lot of cautions.
They do indeed. Well, they've just gotten one as Rylan Neese has had a moment, and he's already he's claiming he's into pit road, but I believe he's had one on the infield here. This is what happened to the 48 car of Nice of the 419 team. So he's running along, gets hooked up from the rear with the 27, and into the wall he goes. And there's a tough moment for him, and an early caution in this race. That'll at least get Sanderson a lap back. So it'll
be a work in progress tonight for those guys.
It will. And unfortunately for Patton, well, he's going to need a lot more of these cautions to come out to get back on the lead up, because he has to wait for the lucky dog of Sanderson to come past twice over, and then he gets his opportunity. So he probably needs at least 4 or 5 cautions to get back onto the lead lap here this evening, and that's going to be a tough ask, but it's not out of the realm of possibility to happen for the stage break.
We'll be lucky if we stay. We'll be lucky if we stay under. What is the stage break, by the way? I need to put that in.
57. Lap 57 is the stage break.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that just now. That was probably not good. We'll be lucky if we stay under 10 cautions tonight. I really believe that. So this is just that kind of track, and it's just that kind of thing. Let's see, did I just screw that up? I did.
So Race Control has also sent Garrett Helmlinger of car 44 to pit lane due to connection issues as well. So he's also been sent back into pit road now. So that's him having to sort out his internet issues here with a ping flag. So that's a tough night for him already off the get-go here, Jim. But ultimately, I mean, I think the difficulties of Bristol are obviously maintaining your tyres, which long green runs obviously make that worse. With pace cars, though, tyres should be okay here this evening. Fuel should be okay as well. We save a lap of fuel every time we get a pace car, of course. But ultimately, this track is about keeping yourself clean, maintaining your line. But again, maintaining that tyre wear. As the tyres wear, the car's going to get loose as you're coming through turn 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well, it depends. That depends on how you drive your car.
It depends on the driving style. That's right. If you're riding the rears, which I think Wishon was, we could see Wishon was right on the rears off the exit of 2 and off the exit of 4. So if you're riding those rear tyres and you're running sort of a midline, the tyres are going to start to wear. But if you're riding on the rears and you're riding the low line, that's when it's really going to wear, because of the much harsher banking at the bottom end of the circuit compared to the top end. So for Wishon, he'll be trying to ride his driving style tonight is, again, riding those rears, letting the rears kind of just slip out, run the slip angle, and let the car do its thing around corners and try and run as much speed as he can. Because I think ultimately that's where you're actually going to get the most pace out of this car around here. But you're going to pay the price of riding your tyres down as we get back to the restart zone, and we're green flag once again here at Bristol, lap 11 of 191. So how much longer can we go green as Sanderson, Stanley, and Helmling are in pit lane? Nice is now a lap down. Patton's still a lap down as well. But work to be done across this race. And for Wishon, that rocket ship has taken off once again. But watch for Keaton Tripp, the two-time winner this season. He'd love to go into a three-peat scenario and get his third race win of the season here tonight at Bristol, where, especially after such a strong run last week at Rockingham. And we thought last week was Dakota Floyd's to win. Ultimately, he couldn't quite get there, but it was also the emergence of Nathan Carroll last week at Rockingham Speedway as well, and we were hoping for a good run for him tonight too, but he has also said to us that Bristol is not necessarily his best friend, but still,
well,
for Wishon,
Bristol
very impressed thus far.
It's a completely different track than, than Richmond and Rockingham and
even Iowa as well and stuff like that.
See, I don't view 1 mile tracks as short tracks. That's just, I think that's a personal
People claim
thing.
they are.
I know,
as we've had a massive one at the back, Jim. Sorry, Rod Mitten and others have had a multitude of incidents here. Mitten, Stewart, Bill the People's Champion, Krishan Elliott, and Scott Patton have had a moment further back. This is what happened down at turn 4. Oh my God!
Well, several of those showed up.
Messy one.
So several of those showed up because they stopped, though, at least.
Oh, that looks like the rear's gotten loose on exit. And as he's turned in, he's just clipped the rear end of that 92 car of Rod Mitten. And we're under caution once again. But this is only helping Wishon at the front end of down in terms of holding his position here. Watch that rear end. You can just see gets a bit loose.
It happens.
Contact's made. It does. It does. Yep. Yeah, you run the wrong angle for your driving style, or you select the wrong wrong moment or the wrong piece of line. As multiple drivers have disconnected now. Ty Stanley's disconnected. Scott Sanderson, Krishan Elliott as well. So they're out of this race, unfortunately. And their night is donezo. So we've already dropped some drivers, and ultimately, the more that we lose, well, the better it's probably going to get in terms of the
cautions.
Well, cautions. You know, the less drivers we have, the better it's going to be, because we're going to get less cautions because there's going to be less cars to have cautions out there.
You would certainly hope so, anyway. But
it would.
Let's see what we got going on in chat tonight. Got a few good lucks out there. Good luck, Will Kirk. That's Captain Kirk, by the way. Is that his wife? Probably his wife.
I would say so.
We call him the captain now. He's Captain Kirk. Let's see. My eyes on the 63. All right. Well, yeah. Feel free if you're out there watching us in chat to know we got plenty. We got nice amount of viewers just here on.
It's good to see.
YouTube
18
alone.
Watching along with us.
Oh, 20 I'm showing, so we must have a little spread out, probably 1 or 2 on Twitter. By the way, if you're, Twitch, if you're a Twitch person, I personally was not a Twitch person, but I do stream to Twitch. If you could seek us out and follow us on Twitch, it would certainly help the algorithm and get more and more people to see these races. That would certainly help us out for sure.
It would indeed. Green flag though. Jared Wishon, Keaton Tripp front row. As we're back to green again at Bristol. And you can see that Tripp on the outside has gotten a great run off of turn 2. And it looks like that outside line is the preferred line tonight, Jim, in terms of running the pace of these trucks. And it appears that Wishon, knowing that he rides the rears of that car and he gets the slip angle out, he wants to move up to that higher side. But Tripp is stopping him from getting up there right now. As Tripp takes the race lead, we'll see if Wishon changes up the line or if he's going to try and hold on to the bottom side with Lehman in behind him, chasing him down for position. As lap 21 of 191 begins, as they line up into a single line astern at the front end of the field. And ultimately, this is the best strategy for these guys. It'll keep him out of trouble, keep him out of danger, especially if more drivers further back are going to get involved in incidents.
Yeah, well, I got a feeling that, it's going to be a good bit of that going on tonight for a while. Incidents. But, up front, Keaton Tripp. It'd be curious.
We got a wreck.
Of course we do.
Yep, we've got a wreck further back. Gordon Spain has been involved. as of a couple of other cars as well. And this is how it happened. The one on the inside of Spain here. And again, the rear getting loose. It's a mirror image of the last caution.
I don't know that I'd call it a mirror image. He didn't
Well,
come down near as far as the other guy did.
He didn't, but he still got loose though. I mean, they're like distant cousins, I suppose we could say, Jim. Maybe.
Yeah, but see, the reality is
the other truck comes up on him as well.
The other truck came up pretty significantly there. I think that who's in the one truck? Is that Riley Levine?
That's Heath Smith. Heath Smith in the one entry.
Yeah, if you watch, definitely Heath Smith here. He came up a little bit for sure on this one. I didn't know that was going to happen, but hey, here we are. He definitely got involved there. You can see, I don't think he realized that Spain was out there, to be honest with you. I think he was just running his regular racing line, and Spain was there, and he just didn't see him. I think he thought he was probably clear of him because you could tell he just drifted up the track like he was clear.
Well, I think now, if you're at the front, Jim, with all these cautions coming out, I think now is the smart strategy just to stay out as long as possible. Keep these cars, pushing on.
That's the game. That's the name of the game right now. You got to decide when to pit, and if it works out in your favor, the cycles will run around to you. That's the beauty of these kind of races. There's so many options. When do you come take tires? These guys are barely going to need fuel, so it's all going to be about tires. And to be honest with you, this place does wear tires, but I don't know that it's the worst when it comes to tires.
It's definitely not. I think there are other short tracks out there that probably chew tires a lot more than what Bristol does. I think ultimately, though, what's going to help these drivers out, because there's such short lap times, just keeping them out of pit road. If you can save yourself somehow with these cautions, if you can save yourself a whole pit stop, that is going to be a massive advantage throughout the rest of this race. And it's going to be a massive help for you, because if we get into,
I got an idea.
What do we need to do?
Next pit stop, next caution, we're going to pull somebody in, and we're going to talk to them about tire wear. And I think we know who that might be as we get back to green here.
I'll tell you what, where Sean has been caught napping off that restart. Glazer and Tripp trying to stay ahead of him here.
Glazer caught napping or not. He's launching now.
Oh, maybe he just held it back. He might have just held it back there to try and better the start as he catches right back up to Tripp here.
I think he wanted to get to the low line, so he just held back a little bit so he could get right down that low line and not burn his tires up trying to go side by side here.
Oh, it was a sound strategy. Someone has jumped back to pit lane. That was Michael Brooks, who's got back to pit lane. Smith's now in as well after that contact on the previous caution, your yellow flag that was brought out. But for Tripp, for Wishon, for Lehman, Glazer, Milfelt Jr., Floyd and co, just got to keep themselves tidy at the top end as they're wrecking into turn 3. So another caution is out there now. Watts, Fracker, Lee, and Stewart all involved at turn 3. And this is how it has come about again.
Yep.
Getting loose, contact made on the back stretch.
Always the guy who's on the high line. Have you noticed that?
Yep. And I tell you what I think it is, Jim. I think it is the differential of the high banking at the top, then trying to flatten out as you come onto the back stretch that's getting the rear end loose, because you can just see it's right at the point of the apex of the banking changing that they're losing those rears and they're getting loose.
That's right.
So who are we going to drag in then, Jim? You said we know who. Who is it?
I think let's pull Michael Milfett Jr. in.
I gotta be able to find him. Hang on. Let's find him first.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, you find him if you.
I found him.
Okay, pull him in here. I'll do this.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Michael, Jim Cunningham in the booth. We decided to pull you in real quick to ask you a question, if you don't mind, while we're under caution.
Sure. What you got?
All right. So, First of all, this is the Shitty Coolers mid-race interview, and we wanted to pull you in for that. But what we really wanted to know, well, two things. First of all, I want to congratulate you on running that federated Kenny, not Kenny Wallace, but Kenny Schrader livery. But the question is, how's tire wear here? How long can you guys run on a set of tires around here? What do you think?
It's awful. Tire wear is awful, but we only have 3 sets of tires. So
Right. So you're saying that they're already getting bad at this point in the race?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're starting to slip around. And so if we – well, I want to ask you your strategy. I was going to ask you. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you on that because we didn't really have a good idea of how bad the tires were wearing. And I see we're doubling back up here. So we want to thank you from Shitty Coolers for this interview, and we'll return you back to your group now, and we hope you have a cool, shitty rest of the day.
All right. Have fun, guys.
Michael, what channel were you in again so I can move you back to the right one?
Highline.
Highlight, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Well, there we go.
Well, Jim, you gave me a perfect opportunity.
That was an absolutely shitty interview, by the way.
It was.
Thank you, Shitty Cooler.
You gave me the perfect opportunity there, Jim, because I forgot to do it before the race, to run away and grab myself my Strawbango Ghost out of the fridge, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, anything I can do to help as we go back green here.
Green flag at Bristol Motor Speedway once again. Lap 34 of 191 as Keaton Tripp controls the field with Jared Wishon, James Lehman on the podium right now, but Glazer's trying to get past him at this stage. We've got to watch for the backstretch, and if drivers are going to learn that running the high line onto the backstretch is going to get that rear end loose. It may be fast, but it's dangerous if you're not able to keep a hold of it. And you've got to hold onto it as tight as possible. Keep the car and the pressure at a minimum. As Lehman wants an inside run here on Wishon. Caught on the outside. And as they roll onto the backstretch, well, you saw there the way that Wishon's riding that high line, Jim. He's not trying to get into the middle line as he comes off the turn. He actually holds the high side through turn 2. And I think that's the key tonight to keeping that rear end nice and tight as you transition onto the flatter surface off the banking.
I mean, there's definitely something to be said for a tight rear end, for sure. But I think that what you're going to see here, since we know that tire wear is pretty high, what's going to happen is as we got another caution. That was Zachary Groover. We'll see guys searching all over the track to find where their truck is comfortable, which is going to be great. That's my favorite kind of racing. Even on a little short track like this, I think we're going to end up seeing that. What in the world is going on? Are we just waiting on the pace car? Or?
Yeah,
okay.
the race leader's waiting on the pace truck at the moment.
The pace truck. This is the slowest pace truck I've ever seen. Usually they're just running over people.
I know.
All right, let's see.
Normally they come firing out of pit road.
I know, right?
So it's another example here, Jim, and this is actually a good time for us. So you saw there the way that he caught that bump. It almost, you know what I think actually might be a reasoning for this, Jim, maybe, and I think it'd be interesting to know post race what drivers are running.
Oh no, that's
No, not that. You call me harsh, Jim. Jeez.
That was a Hamish quote, practically. Oh, racecraft. I'm sorry, poor racecraft.
Drivers need to get better.
See?
The point that I'm making is I wonder actually if it's because of the steering rack that they're running and whether it's allowing them to oversteer the wheel within the car, and then that's what's actually getting them loose through
well,
two.
See, and it could be the other way too, though, to me. If you don't run a tight steering rack, to me, I find it much, much, much harder to catch a car on a track like this if you're not running a tight steering rack. I like a 10-to-1, maybe, maybe even an 8-to-1, but definitely a 10.
What I think,
but some of them guys run that 16-to-1, which I don't get.
I know.
It feels like it's floating around out there to me.
That's
like
right, and you're constantly like adjusting the wheel as you're driving and turning on the much lighter steering rack, like you're driving an old Chevelle or something. And I think that ultimately, I think the drivers who might be running that tighter rack here tonight, I think they're the ones that are actually not getting caught out. I think they're the ones that are just able to feed the wheel nicely and keep the rear end nice and as we said, nice and tight through these corners. And the ones that are running the lighter rack are actually getting the rear end a lot looser. And then that's what's bringing them round and into the wall. So that's my current running theory of why this is happening. Because it's not happening to everyone. We watch it. If you watch the majority of the field come through turn 2, the majority of them are not getting the rear end ultimately loose and then ending up in the wall.
But what you're failing to think or to allow here, can't get my words out, that is that it also has a lot to do with how heavy and how quick they're picking the throttle up too.
That's right. Yeah, no, exactly. There's a lot of factors here as to why this is happening, whether they're feeding the throttle on or whether they're just planting the foot out of turn 2. And that, there's so many different elements here of what could be an explanation as to why so many drivers are losing that rear end through turn 2. As Tripp gets us going again, Lehman and Glazer on the podium. Wishonna is now down 2 spots to P4. Floyd's down 2. Milfert Jr. down 1. Justin Michael up 5 into the top 10. Motorcheck up 2. Wagner down 2. And Maul in the Shitty Coolers entries up 15 into the top 10.
That's what I'm
as we begin 44 of 191. And for Tripp, it's keeping himself neat and tidy. And I think the importance now is for those drivers, as we get another caution here. Brad Slagle's had a moment further back. The importance now is, I think, Jim, is they're going to try and run these cars to the stage end, and then that's probably when we're going to see those first pit stops coming out.
Agreed, which we're not that far from. 13
Only 12 laps.
13,
yeah. 13, 12 laps.
So, yeah. Time we go back green, about 10 probably, roughly.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a couple of chats out there recently as well. Rhiannon's been in the chat tonight saying you need an Insta and TikTok, Jim. The youths are on those these days. And then as well saying tonight's race is bringing back the Hamish and Jim podcast.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that is probably a good portion of this channel's appeal. I think the people that hire us appreciate that, and the people that don't hire us or fire us, which we've been through both. Yep. That's how we all started together, honestly. Hamish and I were working a NASCAR league, and in the end, they didn't like our banter. They thought it was not for them, and they moved on from us. And we decided that we liked our banter, and we were going to stick to doing it. By the way, I do post on Insta and TikTok the reels from the league. I do not stream currently live on either platform. Mainly because
you can't stream horizontally on either at the moment, can you? It's only the vertical.
No, you can.
You can?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. The problem is I only have. By the way, they seemed to be wrecking in pit road there. They weren't really wrecking, but
they were.
It was entertaining.
Interesting.
I can only stream to 3 platforms currently with the streaming service the way I do it, and so I choose to do Facebook for the old folks, and Twitch for the younger folks, and then YouTube for the people who like high quality. Yes,
Jim, come on. We all know that Twitch is for millennials now. When we head back to live as well, we're going to get prepped and ready for a restart here at Bristol.
We probably should get prepped and ready.
But yeah, Twitch is for those millennials and those Gen Zs, Jim.
Yes.
People around my age and a little bit older.
Well, that's okay.
YouTube's kind of for everyone, and then Facebook.
Well,
is
to
really
be fair,
the old people.
Twitch, a lot of young folks watch people game on Twitch, so I think
they do.
I think,
but the main demographic of Twitch is millennials and Gen Zs because we grew up watching Twitch, where I would say the vast majority of people who watch live streams on TikTok and Instagram are in that youth demographic, the Gen Alpha and stuff like that. As we get to green flag once again, lap 49 of 191. We are currently 9 laps away from the stage end.
Can we make it?
Here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Can we make it? Or will the stage end early? If we get there within 3 laps of the stage end, it will end early. If we get a caution on lap 54 or beyond, it will end that stage early. And of course, the stage results will get called as soon as the yellow flag comes out. So whoever the top 10 are, if a caution comes out in the next 4 laps, they will be the stage winners.
As they're
and for
running,
Keaton Tripp, stage points could be a premium here this season, being a 2-time winner and championship leader.
Well, that's it. I mean, in the end, it's probably going to come down to to things like that. I mean, the stage points that you picked up along the way, those few bonus points here and there, because the reality is when this is all said and done, this front 10 is going to be pretty close. Top 10,
will.
it's going to be pretty close.
Well, so what I think is important is, right, and I think a lot of people overlook this, is we get the yellow flag, and this could end the stage early.
Where are we at? 52?
We're at lap 54. Lap 53, about to start 54. So this may actually end the stage early here, unless they can get them restarted in the next few laps. So I think what a lot of people actually overlook, Jim, and the importance of this in a series that offers it, as we look at the replay of the 25 car, one of our Rams out there.
Before they do that, let's do this real quick. In case they do, here is where we're at before, if they pit here because they allow the stage to be over, which it does not look like they're doing. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't lose our top 10, that we could show everybody before they all started pitting and shuffling out of order. But it does not look like, I don't know, let's see. They're down on, they are pitting. Okay.
Yeah, they are going to pit. Yeah, they are going to pit. So I think this will end the stage.
Your top 10 right there for your points.
Yep.
Just wanted to show that real quick. And by the way, that is a new graphic. Hope you like that, folks.
Yep.
All right, go ahead with your thought. I'm sorry. I'm going to go find this accident.
The importance in a league that offers it, bonus points are an absolute premium.
Oh, sure.
It's what can make or break a championship, and trying to prioritize bonus points is a massive thing. As one of our Rams out there, the 25 of Hagee, who has hooked up.
That was the other car that came up into him, though.
Yeah, he did, but he has been involved. So
yeah, no, he was definitely involved, yes.
Has he rammed this other car, though, or has the other car come up high on him? Oh, the other car came up high. The 45.
I mean, to be fair, he was already wrecking on his own, hitting the wall, and the guy come up and hit him while he was hitting the wall. So, to be fair, he was about as far as you could get away from the wreck.
Oh, so interesting point here for you. So Jared Wishon has jumped James Lehman, who's taken a 27.88 second pit stop. But that wouldn't be a full set, would it, Jim? Full set should be 15 seconds.
No, 14. Yeah, 14 seconds. That to me looks like a guy who had some slight damage to his truck, maybe, and decided to go ahead and get it tightened up while he's got a chance. That would be.
Yeah.
What I find here interesting is we got 5 or 6 no takers out there. Looks like that did not.
No, we've got more than that. We've got the top 12 have not come in on 54, but Haynes and Spain have come in on 53.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Rodoloso came in on lap 39, Laverne on 23. Previously, Lee's come in on 31, and Rod Mitten has previously come in on lap 23. But 6 of the top 10 have not pitted in this race. Scott Patton's not pitted either.
Who's our leader up here?
16 as we get to green flag. Josh Motorcheck
Mr. Hattiesburg, Mississippi himself.
Yeah, ahead of the 200 entry of Tommy Cook and Austin Wagner. Nathan Carroll's up there as well. They've decided to stay out at this stage as there's another caution now on lap 57.
That didn't last long.
Which would have been the stage end. Justin Michael, Dakota Floyd, Jared Wishon, one of the race leaders. Patton and Stewart have all had a moment. And what has blown up in the midfield?
Yeah, this ain't
in and amongst this restart. It's 3 wide. 3 wide. Gave him a door. Wishon then gets drilled by Justin Michael.
Wait a minute. What the hell just happened?
So they're 3 wide. Trips tried to go down the inside of that. Is that Gordon Spain on the inside?
I think it was. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm trying to go to the chopper view here.
So Wishon holds his line. Spain comes up, doors him.
I'm not sure that's Spain, is it?
Well, whoever it is.
He kept going, whoever it was.
It is Spain. It is Gordon Spain.
All right.
So Spain doors him into the wall. That's caught out Justin Michael and Dakota Floyd at this point. Wishon was one of our favourites tonight to possibly take home a race win, if not a podium.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. So
I mean,
Spain
you watch.
drifts
So
up.
Spain comes
yeah,
up.
he doors
gives
him
him a
for
door.
sure. Then he gets rear-ended by Michael, who then
Has nowhere to go,
turns and ends up
ultimately.
wrecking his truck. And then we got trucks going backwards down the.
Yeah.
And then we got, who else was that? Dakota Floyd was in there going backwards, and now they're still piling in. Yeah, that tore up several pretty high quality
Several
trucks
cars.
right there.
One little door from Gordon, Spain, has taken out at least I think 6 or 7 cars have been involved in that one. So it's a real shame as well, and it's going to take a fair bit of work now for those drivers to get back into it. Especially Jared Wishon, who is still in pit road, and I think actually had to tow back to pit lane, so he's going to be laps down. Yeah. He's going to have work to do now, and ultimately, even though we are getting so many cautions, it could be race over for him. Realistically, it could be, but time will tell. For Motorcheck and Wagner, though, on the restart here, watch Nathan Carroll. We know he's strong at short tracks. Cook and Knees in behind. Mitten, Howell, Lee, Laverne. Rotoloso, the top 10.
Well, I think let's not forget that. I think Motorcheck's pretty strong at short tracks, too.
He is.
The dirt thing,
well, of course, he was the race winner at Eldora.
Yeah, but that's, So, but we'll see. Let's see if this is, because he ran pretty solid, if I recall, last week as well, as we go back green here.
We are green flag once again, and 130 laps to go in this race as we're lap 62 of 191. I was not prepared for us to go back to the tower, Jim. I love it.
Yeah, well,
I'm a big fan of the tower myself. And as we can see for Spain, he's dropping down the order. So something has happened to Gordon Spain. I think he's getting caught on the outside line here as Motorcheck and Wagner battle for the race lead. And they continue to go tooth and nail for position. But how long can they go on this fuel run, Jim? That's the question. I mean, 14.9 gallons was the starting fuel. How long can they run in these cars until the absolute bare minimum and then needing to come into pit road? I mean, that's going to be the major question here.
I mean, I think
because the longer they run, the longer they run, it could be the betterment of them. Because let's say they get to halfway in this race and they take a single pit stop. If we get enough cautions, they're going to be able to make the end of the race once again.
Yes, but tires are going to be the issue.
They will. But the more cautions we get, the less the tires are going to be a factor.
Yes and no.
It's going to be a true balancing act of when do you come in, when don't you come in. Can you keep yourself out of strife? As for the top 30 trucks out there, I believe Wishon is still in pit lane. That truck is getting fixed up. He's been in there now for 3 minutes. And he's actually aiming it at pit exit, so he either has an ambition to get back out on track or his night is done. But ultimately, it is a real struggle.
Look at this, would you? Rod Mitten, currently running 6th. He's up 33 spots on the night.
And pitted lap 23, so he has had a stop. He can go longer than that top 5 can, who have not yet pitted in this race.
Yeah.
He sits in a fairly decent position, although he has got Keaton Tripp right on his tail, trying to go down the inside of him into turn 4.
But I mean,
can he get this job done?
His track position.
He's still in a good spot.
He's made his track position. Oh gosh! I saw a commentator curse the shit out of him. Sorry, folks. A shitty cooler out of him. And worst of all, it did not bring out a caution for him. So now he's way off the pace and dropping back a little bit. Now he's back to 9th. And probably going to get passed here for 10th with Bentley Glazer right there on his. Oh, we got one around.
We do. We do indeed. Oh, it's the 23 car of Knees.
Yeah. Knees, what did he do? Oh, he got sucked around. So
ironically,
have you seen that? You know what that is, right? I know you.
Yeah. The side draft will just pull the rear end. Yeah.
That was a good.
Yep. So
that was
Jordan,
as good a shot as you're ever going to see.
Jordan Knees gets his ankles absolutely broken from underneath him with some side draft issues.
Oh, and then he gets blasted. Who hit him? One of the weather techs.
It was the 88. It was the 88 of.
Yeah, that's Howell. The 88's Howell.
Yeah, that was Howell.
Wow.
So race leaders coming in. Austin Wagner going to enter pit road. Carroll's going to stay out. Motor check as well has also stayed out as well. So he's committing now to the stop. So I'd say they can't go much longer.
Oh, I think
And he's going to take the free stop here at this stage. I mean, maybe they can. I don't know. We got a gallon amount tonight, but we didn't get a lap amount, so we're unsure how long the fuel will actually last them.
I'll tell you what. Are you you want to find out quickly? Go look at Garage 61 or whatever, and look for this combo trucks at Bristol, and you can figure out what the laps what the usage per lap is. That's how we're going to calculate for that new software that's coming, but we didn't get it for tonight, unfortunately.
It's going to make me log in now, Jim. So we go through the process. I'll do the investigations.
Yes.
And I'll figure out how much the fuel is this evening for them.
My guess is that it's going to be, they can run, quite a few laps would be my guess. I would guess we're at almost at 80 right now, and you got guys that are still not pitting. So I would say I would be willing to bet 140.
I would say so, yeah.
Otherwise you pit. If you were shy of,
that's right.
So I think that. But I like that these guys are taking a gamble. Even though Matacek qualified up front, I still think it's a cool gamble for him. Plus everybody's just got a different idea on short tracks. That's the cool part about short track strategy. As we're back green again here.
Yep, with, green flag once again.
Nathan Carroll jumping out there to a big jump again.
Has done a great job to get that done and dusted off the restart.
Yep. But now we got guys who pitted on lap 54 who are back here as close as 4th place. So now we're going to see how them pretty much almost 80 lap old tires are going to hold up against these much newer tires. As we see Tripp driving it underneath Matacek there. Trying to anyway. There he goes.
Oh, Jim, I'll tell you what, I cannot find fuel usage on Garage 61.
Oh, it's on there. I don't remember exactly how to get to it. So pick a lap.
I have.
Okay. And then you got to click one other thing, and then it should pop up somewhere. It's definitely on there, the fuel usage that they used per lap on that thing. And I'll tell you what, Tripp and Matacek here are, just side by side here now for several laps.
They're doing a phenomenal effort, that must be said. And obviously, Keaton Tripp, two-time race winner this season. He's someone to really not scuff your nose at. He has proven himself time and time again that he is a championship contender this season, as is, of course, Justin Michael. But Nathan Carroll, what an emergence over the last few weeks. Last week at Rockingham, obviously we saw a great performance from him. And we expected somewhat of a good performance from him here tonight as well. And I think he's proving tonight why he's doing so well.
Did Tommy Cook come from? He just shot up through the middle there and has blasted by all these guys.
Well, from what we've seen, he's been doing a great effort though.
Yeah, what a run! Looks like Keaton Tripp got it working down on the bottom there now, and he drove around him a little bit. I think Tommy Cook sliding up in front of Matacek might have slowed Joshua down a little bit, but that kind of set him free there. Hey, look at there, we got Michael Milfett Jr. right there, running in third now. We brought in some of that shitty luck.
We did. I mean, we chatted to him part way through the race, and just seeing where he situates amongst this field. Well, he's been very impressive thus far.
Indeed.
I mean, Motocek's doing well. I mean, Tripp's doing well. Glazer as well doing a great effort tonight.
Yes.
Lehman's up there too. And ultimately, I think for Carroll, he's going to try and run as long as possible in this race to really just set himself up, well for what, what could be a strong finish. If he can make Jim another 7 laps, he's going to get to the halfway point of this race.
Yeah.
And he ultimately could actually make it on a single stop. And that would be a hell of a strategy to pull.
And so let's look at our guys now who have been battling. So let's look at the no tire changers so far. You got Nathan Carroll still leading the race right now with 90 lap old tires. Then you got Matacek, who is now running 4th, also with 90 lap old tires. And our other guy who has not changed tires is Tommy Cook. And Tommy is dropped back to 8th there, but we saw he kind of spurted up there to the front briefly. And still battling back there for position. Probably trying to find his grip spot on the track at this point with 90 lap old tires. But
well, I mean, and are they realistically 90 laps old? Because they haven't run 90 laps of green flag running either. I mean, if we think about how many laps have been under caution tonight, Jim, that'll really tell the tale of how old these tires really are. That's what I was leading you up to, Jim. That was what I was giving you the segue for.
That's what I'm here for.
So 33 laps. So the tires actually are roughly 61 laps old. Around about 61 to 65 laps,
I mean, these caution laps do something to the tires, obviously.
They do, but they're not wearing them at a maximum percentage. So maybe we could argue 65 laps worth of damage to them.
I'll go with that, since I don't have evidence otherwise. Hey, there's Captain Kurt.
He's done well tonight. P5 at this stage of the race, of course.
Good run. Let's take a look at this one. Let's look at our biggest damage.
Scott Patton up 30 after that.
After being in
ELO.
And incident. Didn't he have an incident as well?
He did, yes. He did. And a drive-through penalty too, so that's a hell of an effort for him. And could be enough to say, well, any other drivers could get back out there. By the way, Jared Wishon is out of this race, unfortunately, breaking all of our hearts after such a good run in qualifying. To be taken out like that is a real shame for Jared Wishon. Heart goes out to him. Hopefully he can get a good run in the coming weeks across the series.
Where's Jones at now, running in 9th place?
Ivan
overall.
Jones in 9th place, up 25.
I don't even know that.
And is amongst those front runners. And I mean, look at Austin Wagner. He's still within the top 10, and he was able to pit on lap 73. So if we get a caution, Jim, and Carroll was able to come in, he's going to be sitting pretty. And he's past the halfway point of the race.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I
think I like it. I like the strategy.
A caution, Jim. Greg Moll. The Shitty Coolers entry just ran low, but we're not getting the caution just yet. He just got loose. Got loose off of turn 4. He's kept himself tidy in that Shitty Coolers entry, and ultimately, Jim, I think that white car could have had a couple of brown stains on it if he wasn't careful.
Okay, that's bad. You can do better than that. Your jokes are better than that.
Well, I heard Jim, Shitty Coolers are currently running a deal that when you buy a Shitty Cooler, you get a pair of brown pants with it too.
That's really, really bad. I expect better from you. Let me just say that, okay? I've been around you a long time. I've heard all your bad pasta jokes. I fully expect you to do better than that.
I promise you, Jim, I'm not an imposter.
Save that. That's for weeks to come. We're not currently in Italy in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Man, look at this gap here, would you? This group here has fallen off the pace, man. Look at this gap, would you?
I mean, it's, like Carroll's done well to build up that 1.6 second, now it's down to 1.1 second gap back to Tripp, but 1.6 seconds back to Milford Jr., a further 3 seconds back to Motocek. So for the front two, they're running nice and tidy at the top end. And I think if you're Carroll with that tyre wear coming in, a bit of lap traffic too that could give Tripp the lead, he may need to come into pit road very shortly as we're now past lap 105 to lap 106 of this race now. And for Carroll, when does he hit the 63 car? That was the 25 Ram entry of Chris Hagee.
I have to say the Rams were not very represented tonight here, if that's the case. They don't seem to be quick yet. They're probably still working out.
Well, we had two out there. Maybe we'll get more in future as well. But Carroll and Tripp still side by side as we get to lap 108 of 191. So we're well within the second half of this race. And when does Nathan Carroll have to come through pit lane as he takes back the race lead? There's Dakota Floyd at risk of going a lap down after contact earlier on under a caution. And he's now pushed himself back onto the high line, but can he stay on the lead lap? Or is Carroll and Tripp going to get him as Heath Smith comes into pit road? And they get up the inside of Floyd at turn 3 and 4. But when does Carroll pit as the caution comes out? Is he immediately going to bring it into pit road? Now's a better chance than ever. Free stop available.
Yeah, this is going to be the one. But the thing is, the guys that pitted in the 50s, they're going to pit here as well. And it's entirely possible that the guys that pitted in the 70s are going to pit here. So Nathan could recycle back out here to the front. Yeah, I mean, obviously, your front runners are going to have a huge advantage here because of the single lane pit road, single entry pit road here. So that's going to be fun to see. But let's see how this thing works out. But my guess is, they're going to come. Not all of them, but a lot of them are coming.
Into pit road come the top 5. See if anyone else follows them
coming.
in.
They're all coming here almost.
Yep. Free stop. You can get home from here. May as well get into pit road. So this has worked out to perfection for Nathan Carroll. Could not have asked for a better scenario. Mitten has stayed out. Rodoloso stayed out. So those lap 70 runners have actually decided to stay out on track here, Jim. But ultimately, they've got to try and make 120 odd laps to get home. That's going to be a fair effort.
Right, but
the way that Carroll was running,
a lap down though, any of them?
No. They were on the lead lap. But the way that Carroll was running, I think he was confident he could have gone to lap 120. Those guys.
No, I mean,
can make it. But Motocek is the big gainer out of this. He pitted on lap 110. Spain's come out in P6.
Yeah.
Maul, Kirk, they've all come out as well. So those guys all immediately came in. Carroll, those come out ahead of Milfelt Jr. and Keaton Tripp as they exit pit road. But Ivan Jones has jumped all of them on that stop. I don't know how he's done it, although he is pulling over. So something's happened to Ivan Jones to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's telling him who to line up behind. So, Bill, the people's champion. Got him a black flag there, unfortunately.
So the sped through pit lane or an unsafe entry for the 5.56 as front runners are getting lined up to astern now with Mitten and Rodoloso on the front row. Laverne, Motorcheck, Maul, Spain, Carroll, Kirk, Milfelt Jr. and Tripp in behind with Glazer and Holland, Lehman, Wagner, Bumgarner, Jones, Howell, Lee Jr., Patton, Floyd, and Paradise. The top 21 cars left on the lead lap as a green flag at Bristol Motor Speedway once again. Lap 114 or 191. Who's going to take the win in Bristol as we're under lights here this evening?
The 49 did not get going there, and Motocek hit him from behind. And then Motocek dropped down to the low line there. Man, I love where Motocek's sitting. I mean, he got all that track position by not pitting, and here he is right here now with fresh tires, all the gas he needs to get home, and he's in good shape, man. As is Carroll.
Doing a great effort here tonight.
Yeah, so much for that. That didn't last long.
It did not last very long at all.
You know what? I'm not
As yellow flags back out again.
I don't really want to be mean. I don't want to be Hamish, but let me see.
I am just catching I'm like a campfire right now, Jim. I'm just catching absolute flames.
I am throwing a little flames your way. I thought it was pretty funny though.
Oh, sorry that drivers can't live up to expectations. So Gordon Spain, that's the second time this race has been caught up in a wreck, and that's with Keaton Tripp.
That was Keaton Tripp's fault.
Yeah. But it's 2 times now that he's been involved with in a wreck with 2 of the race winning favourites in this one. So Tripp goes to the low line. It's a very weird one.
It was very weird. It was almost
very weird.
It was almost like Tripp was trying to scare him after he held him up and hit him. I don't know. So Tripp here is going around him, and then all of a sudden he just turns.
He clipped the wall. Spain clipped the wall.
Yeah, but
Spain
he didn't
clipped
come off
the tires.
The wall, though. He didn't come down.
Are we able to run right behind them? Because if we can run right behind them,
chase cam. Even though I hate to chase cam with a passion.
I know, but it's going to give us the best angle here just to see what's happened.
He came off the wall.
He did. He did.
He didn't even know.
He did. Go back and slow it down. I promise you. Spain has come off the wall and then clipped the rear of Tripp. Wall. Hit.
Yeah, but Tripp
He's come
came
off
up
the
a whole
tires.
lane. I mean, I love Tripp. It's nothing against him, but I mean, we're evaluating the fact that Spain came 6 inches off the wall when Tripp comes up a car length and a half. He's bottom of the track, and then he's all the way into the top lane. How is that not on the 419?
I think it's on both of them. To be honest with you, I think it's on both.
Again, I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but I disagree with that completely. I just, we're criticizing a guy for coming off the wall a foot when the other guy came up a lane and a half.
Well, let us know your thoughts in the chat.
Please. Agree with me in chat.
As Matt Rodoloso gets us back underway again, we've already had Justin Ritchie in the chat saying not Keaton's fault, that's the racing line. Although we can't claim that because it's not really an argument, because just because something's the racing line doesn't give someone the right to make contact with someone else. No. But
and Spain was already there.
I think it's both of their fault. So, and he had space to his left-hand side. It's an incident that ultimately could be considered as contestive in terms of how many different reasonings you can give for either car. That's why I think it's partially both their fault. I don't
see it that way. He was trying to get around Spain and ultimately went up a lane and a half. Spain was there the whole time.
You know what the beauty is of racing, Jim?
The beauty is I am not a race controller, so I don't have to make that decision. That is the beauty.
That's right,
of
but
that
also racing can be about opinions or about how you see things happening.
Sure, of course.
And everyone can see it differently.
Right.
And I mean, that's the beauty of racing. We can all be passionate about it.
They absolutely can see it differently than I do, and they're entitled to be wrong. That's okay.
That's right.
I don't mind.
You're entitled to be wrong as well, Jim.
I don't know. What? That does. What are you talking about right now? I'm not even. Are you saying words? Because I'm not even hearing them right now.
I see how this is happening here. Yeah. I see what's going on.
Would you like to be a fan at Bristol? Because this would be awesome.
It'd be great. It'd be absolutely fan. Get yourself a hot dog, get yourself a soda.
So,
a great time.
They call this place the Last Great Colosseum, and I don't know. I think they took down some of the stands. At one time, this place would hold over 100,000 people, and it just towered up. Because it's only a half-mile track.
What would be very interesting if it was capable of doing so? Could you imagine running at Bristol if you had a concert event here or something, and you filled the infield with seating and stuff, or if let's say a WrestleMania or something, like an event like that came to Bristol?
Didn't they do a WrestleMania at Bristol?
No, they didn't. No. No, I can name every stadium for you ever
that's
since they
probably
started
true.
going to
No,
stadiums.
we won't
So
do that.
they've never done it in Bristol. But can you imagine like them bringing it to Bristol, or like an event like this, like where they can fill the infield with stands and put seating on the banking? Be crazy.
That would be. The only problem is you got to have a place for the 18-wheelers for the race cars.
They don't park there all the time, though, Jim.
No, but I mean during.
I'm not saying during a racing weekend.
I
I'm
thought
saying
you were
during
saying,
another weekend.
just doing a. Okay,
No.
I got you.
Yeah. Like just like,
I'm
so
sure
like
they
LA
probably,
Coliseum, for
I'm sure
example.
they've probably
Like,
done that. I'm sure they probably
like,
done some big Garth Brooks concert or something like
oh
that.
yeah.
Somebody
Even
that
for
could
LA
draw.
Coliseum as well. Like,
Well, I saw Garth
bring-
Brooks in the Houston football stadium, right here, and he drew in excess
Was
of
that
90,000 people.
what was that
NRG.
the current Houston football stadium or the
Yeah, no, not the Astrodome, but
not the Astrodome,
no,
okay.
in the current NRG stadium,
Yeah.
he drew. It was in excess of 90,000 people with the force.
Also, shout out the Astrodome.
He played the
I think
LSU
it's
stadium
very-
in Baton Rouge, which he drew
Oh.
over 100,000 people there.
There you go. There you go. Shout out to the Astrodome as well. Pretty cool
Shout
that his
out to
heritage
LSU.
listed. Not going to go that far, Jim.
Why is it that somebody every time checks out?
You know what I think it is? I think when people start battling, that's then when it gives them clean air just to push forward. They're able to run their own line.
I mean, it's
And with cars trying to run
whoever's
side by
out-
side, it's slowing them both up. I think that's becoming the issue right now.
And I tell you what, these guys that well, there's a mix up here. Matacek obviously got some of his track position from staying out so long, but then you got Milfeld who, obviously pitted earlier. I mean, he's pitted twice now. It's the strategy is, there's so many different ways
it's
to approach
such a-
these different things, man.
Well, that's right, and it's such a fine balancing act. It's such a fine margin of error that a strategy error could realistically destroy your whole race.
Oh yeah.
And not picking the right strategy can, putting yourself in the wrong position. You look at Keaton Tripp getting caught up in that incident with Spain. Ultimately, it's because of how his strategy came together tonight, and they've made contact.
Well, and
together
Dakota Floyd
because
too,
of where he was on
caught up
track.
in that
They
as
did,
well.
yeah. Jared Wishon as well earlier in the
Wishon,
race. I
that's
mean,
right.
where they've ended up in the field. And now for Tripp, he's still going. He's still P6, so he's still in a solid position.
Yes.
He's not out of the
Yes.
race. But
Right there
yeah,
running with the captain himself
Captain Kirk, yeah, indeed,
as he drives it.
running very strong at the moment. So,
Drives
oh,
it right
actually,
there
Kirk's
underneath.
in behind him, and then ahead of him, that
there.
was the lap traffic. I believe that's Kirk's teammate, actually, that's just now in behind him. Oh, no, it's not even his teammate. It's just another truck that looks like Kirk's car, but still. I mean, Glazer's doing well
because I'm way on
after
the
his
far.
strategy tonight.
Oh, there's Lehman, by the way.
Yeah, Lehman's doing well up there.
You know what?
And interesting next few rounds as well, Jim. I mean, this race marks the halfway point of the regular season before we get to the chase.
It does.
So we've got, after tonight's race, 7 rounds before we get into chase territory this season.
Yep.
And what a lineup we've got coming your way for the next 7 rounds. Kansas next week, going to be a great race. Sonoma Raceway the week after for some road course action. Then we got Charlotte Motor Speedway. We head out to Nashville, then Lucas Oil Raceway Park, Pocono, the Tricky Triangle, and then Michigan International Speedway ends out the regular season. We then get a week off for the chase beginning. It's going to be great. A week off then takes us into the chase, North Wilkesboro, Talladega, Richmond, Darlington, and Auto Club. And if you're a short track specialist, you're going to be strong in the chase, ultimately. Dega's going to be throw a pin into a hay bale. Any of them can win it. But the short track guys are really going to have an onus of control, but also a great statistical chance of doing well because of the amount of short tracks we have within that chase at the end of the season.
What do
So
we
it's
have?
going to be a
Two,
great
though,
test to
right?
get
Just
there.
2?
We got 2 or 3. So we've got
We got
North Wilkesboro,
we got Richmond. That's it.
Darlington, okay. Auto Club.
Darlington's
Auto
over
Club
a
doesn't
mile, and it's a
Okay.
different animal. So yeah, we got.
Yeah.
We got actually. Well, I would not
Would
say.
Auto Club count as one?
No. You don't. It's not.
Okay.
It's not that kind of. It's not pack racing drafting kind of track. It is a big track, and there is some draft there, but it's not. Because the same thing could kind of be said for Pocono. You can draft around Pocono,
Yeah,
but
true.
it's not. But it's not what you would call a pack
It's a
racing
driver's track.
Yeah.
No, it's a driver's track.
Actually,
so-
to be honest, that's quite a nice mix. You got the Dega thing, which is its own, animal. You got 2 short tracks in there, which Wilkesboro and what was the other one?
Richmond.
Again, different kind of tracks,
And then Darlington's going to be a test. I think Darlington and
Darlington
Daggy
is-
come into the same pool of anyone really
Well,
could win.
to a degree. I mean, Darlington, though, there's a absolute skill level to driving that place good. Man. Let me
Sure,
just
for
tell you,
sure.
that is.
Yeah.
You could easily argue that is the toughest track in NASCAR, especially if the conditions
probably,
are
yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
That place is, it's just tough, man. There's a
it
reason
really
they call
is.
it the Lady in Black or Too Tough to Tame. I
Yeah,
thought I saw somebody
I
getting
think
a
so.
wall right there. So we're starting to get some cars getting lapped here now.
We are.
good-
We're getting into some good green flag runs. I mean, we mentioned we drop cars, the better we're going to get in terms of green flag runs, and we've dropped everyone up to
Did you see that?
P28. So from P28 down to P42
Wagner.
as cars are getting a bit looser
Wagner
here.
just got into the back of Matacek right there.
Yeah. So from P28 down to P42, those cars are out of this race. P27 of Heath Smith is in pit lane still. So we've got the top 26 cars still on the road here tonight. I tell you what, Jim, a track I'd love to see them run next season in these trucks is Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I think that'd be a real test for them. And it'd be a great race for us to call. I'd be really excited if we saw Indy on the calendar for next season. That would be a great track car combination. It's a tough track. It's a driver's track. But it's also one that I think would really suit this series well in terms of the intensity of qualifying. Mix that in with the great racing we're often seeing from these guys. I think it'd be a perfect combination, ultimately. The best oval race I've gotten to call, Jim, was at Indianapolis in Gen 6 Cup cars. And I'm hungry now to go back there in other stock car types as well, because I think it can really promote great racing.
Yeah, I agree, but I also think that it can go the other way too. It can
Good.
produce a snoozer too.
Okay.
A bit, but I do like the idea of going there. Because I like flat tracks because you got to be able to make the truck handle to get around those, and I like that, and it benefits a truck that's run on the little bit looser side, which is also something I like. So it would make sense that I like that track combo.
Well, we have got 31 laps to go. Lap 161 of 191 here at Bristol this evening, and it is being controlled by Michael Milfelt Jr. at the moment, who will look to get himself to the Shitty Coolers victory lane here tonight at the front end of town. We've had 11 cautions for 41 laps across this race, so it's been 121 laps of green flag running here at Bristol. Doesn't feel like it, does it, Jim? But realistically, this last green flag run has been spectacular to see for these cars and these drivers as well, to see them getting into their groove, getting into their rhythm, and ultimately getting some good green flag running in. And this is going to affect now the fuel mileage of those cars.
Oh, yeah.
How well are some of these, or how far are some of these drivers going to be able to go to this race's end if it goes green to the very end of this race? Only time will tell. But those lap 73 runners, they're definitely going to have to pit.
Well,
and they're already a lap
definitely,
down.
maybe not. We never did determine. You never did get the fuel economy thing, right?
I couldn't find it, so
I
I'm
know
not
it's
sure.
on there. I don't have time to search.
I think it would tell you if you do it. If you do the laps yourself, it tells you. I don't know if it tells you for other
No, it
people,
does,
though.
because that was the whole point of him talking in the software. Oh, Bailey Matacek's on here saying, "Let's go, honey." I'm pretty sure she's probably not talking to me, But so we'll go ahead and put the camera on her husband, who I'm guessing or dad, but honey would indicate to me a wife actually. So we'll go with that.
or it's you know,
Could be his
it's,
mom.
Winnie the, or it's Winnie the Pooh in the chat with us here tonight. He does love honey, so.
I was about to do a Winnie the Pooh imitation, but I didn't. So we'll leave that alone.
Top three at this stage, doing a great effort here tonight. I tell you what, Austin Wagner's done well from his strategy play tonight, similarly to Nathan Carroll. As we get a yellow flag, Gordon Spain has gone round, and he's on to the back stretch here where he's gone round. That yellow flag has come out as the 38 truck continues
There's the chase
to struggle.
cam that I was still.
There's the chase cam.
Yeah, I'm not too sure that's on him.
No, I don't know if it is. I think the 20's just
Let's
snuck
watch
in there a
the
little bit
chase
too
cam.
late. Let's have a look. He comes into the corner. The 20 just sneaks on in and just puts his truck where he probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
He did not need to try and go for that gap there at that stage of the corner. Wasn't quite close enough.
I noticed
tell you what,
nobody else
Speedway
chimed in
Boulevard.
on whether it was Spain's fault or Tripp's fault earlier in the
They
race.
haven't. They've stayed silent.
You can't blame them. Look at this, would you? I did not expect this. All these guys are pitting.
Yeah, we'll bring fresh tires to the engine.
This is going to be fun now. So who's going to
Fresh
stay
tires,
out, though? Who's staying
maybe
out?
a little bit
Anybody?
of fuel.
Where's
Dakota
Floyd
Floyd,
at?
Billy Bumgarner have stayed out.
Oh,
Floyd was a lap
you
down, I
sneaky
believe.
little
I think
dog.
he's
Was
trying
he?
to. I think he's trying to get back ahead
Oh.
onto the lead lap. Although he's coming past them now, so we'll see where he ends up in this strategy
Did he
play
get
here to
He
stay
got
out.
the wave around, I guess, because he's flying. So that must mean he got the wave around.
Well, yeah. So he goes to the race lead,
No, he won't.
and
go.
now he comes into pit
He
road.
can't pit if he's a lap down. So yeah. So he
No, he wasn't a lap down. He was on the lead lap, but he stayed out to get the race lead, and now he comes in. So he will drop down position, but he'll be on that lead lap again. So that's worked out well for Floyd, but we'll see where he actually comes out as he has to traverse the whole pit road
He was
here.
or was not a lap down.
He wasn't. He was on the lead lap.
Then why did he stay out? Just to lead a lap? And now he's going to go
Possibly,
all the way to
although
the back
he
of
took
the
he
pack?
took the lead and then he came in. So
That would. Okay, I'm not sure that I would agree with that
bold strategy,
'cause
Cotton. We'll
he's-
see if it plays off
'cause
for
he's
him.
going to be in 19th place.
Well,
And
Millfelt
20th
Jr.
place.
is now in the race lead, of course, with Motorcheck and Wagner. There's some lap cars ahead of them who'll get put to the back of line or they'll get waved around. So for Motorcheck and Wagner in behind, I mean, Wagner may give the onus here to Tripp to try and let him go, knowing that he's in a championship leading position, especially with Justin Michael already out of this race and down in P33. It'd maximise the points he can gain on Michael here tonight, leading into Kansas next week.
I would speculate that may not be the case because I'm pretty sure
It may not
that
be.
Austin would like to pick himself up a victory,
Oh, he would.
but we'll see.
I'm sure
I
he
mean,
would.
The fact that Floyd is, I mean that the Daniel Defense truck is already out of the race. I think Michael, I think that would indicate that no matter what, he's going to pick up severe points probably.
Well, Millfeld Jr. gets us back underway to the race lead as we have 19 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And there's fresh tyres on board these front-running cars as they push and push and push to an ultimate crescendo here tonight on Speedway Boulevard here at Bristol Motor Speedway. For Millfelt, Motorcheck and Tripp the top three. Wagner would love a race win. As would Captain Kirk as the yellow flag is out. And I think it might be for Jordan Nees coming into pit road.
I think it is.
So what has happened to Nees as he's entered pit lane? He comes in.
Okay.
And then toes. Very weird.
Don't know what that was all about. Very strange.
That's very, very strange. So, very, very strange moment there for Nees and for Millfelt Jr. when he gets ready for live running once again. He'll be within that race lead position. Billy Bumgardner now into pit lane as well. So top 16 cars on the lead lap. Bumgardner was on the lead lap as well in P17, but he has, of course, just come into pit road, so he may actually go a lap down here on the race leader if he can't get out quick enough. Some cars are pulled out at this stage as well. For Milfelt Jr., it is full pressure at the front end of town. Motocek and Tripp in behind him. I mean, Tripp, of course, would love to go 3 wins this season. Thus, this early as well, especially with Michael now missing the end of this race back in P33 and out of the race as well. Floyd Fracker into pit lane 2 off the back end of the top 15. For Kirk and Carroll in the top 6, they'd love to maximise, get themselves a race win. Lehman would love a second. Glazer would love a second as well. For Chris Hownley, 88, well, he's up 17. Great effort tonight. Captain Kirk up 17 as well. Maul and the Shitty Coolers entry up 14 into P11. Ivan Jones up 21 into P13 as well as we get ready for a restart here. We're hoping we can get back to live fairly swiftly to give you guys the restart here with Milfelt Jr. and Motocek side by side and preparing for the restart zone. Jim, ultimately, it is going to be an intense end to this race. We have got ourselves only a handful of laps to go. Any of these front runners can win it. Who's your pick for the moment and who you think could win this race?
Ooh, tough call there, man. Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to go with one of those front 2 guys. But you know, obviously Keaton Tripp is a huge wild card here. But those 2 guys up front have represented being strong most all of the night. Both of them qualified up front. Both of them have run up front most all night. So I you know, they're sitting in the best position, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think you know, Joshua Motocek wants that second win this season.
Sure.
Tripp wants his third.
He wants to prove he's not only a dirt track guy too.
That's right. That's right. For me, I'm looking at Nathan Carroll. He's looked so strong tonight. I'm hoping that he can try and maximise and get this win for himself as well. But for Milfelt Jr. and Motocek, front row, restart, green flag at Bristol. And Motocek will get the inside of Milfelt Jr. And look at Wagner immediately wanting to try and get by. The 85 entry and now takes the outside into turn 3. Watch for Motocek. There's Carroll as well. He's holding up Tripp on the low line. Here comes Carroll on the outside to P3 for the 63 of Nathan Carroll, who's stuck on by. And Motocek has dropped way back and he's caught up contact with Captain Kirk and Tripp. Doors him out of the way. They keep going. Tripp with a black flag. Caution's out. And Tripp's going to get a drive-through, I would say, for an incident limit. That's going to completely change up the game now. For Tripp, he's going to come into pit road. Gordon Spain has been disqualified. Gordon Spain has gotten the disqualification flag out there.
Whoa. Look at all the
so
black
whether that's
flags.
For, I know there's so many, and I would say it is incident limit, Jim. That's what I would say it is.
I mean,
it'd have to be the incident limit, but Motocek, Tripp, both with black flags.
That can't be right. Can it?
Greg, yeah, it can. Scott Patton's got one. Who else? Josh Fracker, as well as Richard Holland.
Holy
and Rod Mitten, all with black flags. And Gordon Spain has been disqualified in this race. We saw the multiple incidents he's been involved in tonight,
the
Jim.
Spain thing, I could understand. But there's guys out here we haven't talked about all night involving an incident.
Yeah, but they've been bumping, they've been rubbing, and you know, you put that limit so far.
So wait a minute. So why did Keaton Tripp just come down pit road? You can't serve a black flag.
You can't serve a black. So he doesn't realize you can't serve a black under a caution.
Yeah, so he just drops himself all the way for no reason.
He's going to go a lap down when we go green.
Yeah.
So to give you the event rules here, it's a 16x is the incident limit for a drive-through. 21x is a disqualification limit.
I mean, I could see that with
Which
Spain. I mean, he was involved in numerous incidents, you know.
Yeah. So everyone who's just gotten a black flag has hit 16x, and they're only 5x away from a DQ. At the very most, they are 5x away
Well, that just
from a DQ. Could even be
changed
less.
everything.
It's completely changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
Completely changed it. If Keaton Tripp gets a 4x, he could be disqualified in this race.
Right.
Which would mean he would drop from the race, from the championship lead. It would all of a sudden mean Justin Michael, who's not even going to finish this race,
Yep.
is going to be ahead of him in the points. And I think actually it might give the championship lead to either Bentley Glazer or James Lehman. I think either of them will more than likely could actually walk away with the championship lead after tonight's race. This is massive. It's huge.
So I'm pretty sure this applies here too. Okay. So let's just say that it goes green and then immediately goes back caution. And then they parade off laps. Then it goes to a green-white checker, right?
Yeah.
In theory, if any of these guys don't serve these black flags, because
They'll get a 40-second post-race penalty if they don't.
40-second penalty will put you multiple laps down.
No, pretty much what it will do is it will put them to the end of a lap down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Holland and Tripper straight in to serve the black flag here. We're back on the green once again. Wagner and Milfelt Jr. battle away for the race lead. Watch for Nathan Carroll. Motocek's been disqualified. Josh Motocek's been disqualified, so he's hit the 21x limit. So Motocek is gone. All those black flag runners are now into pit road to serve those black flag drive-throughs. And it's come down to Milfelt Jr. and Wagner with 3 to go. Watch for Nathan Carroll to try and take advantage as well. Fastest lap of the race, Milfelt Jr. with a 15-second flat.
Oh, he's fixing to put it into the 14s.
He is.
Oh,
He's so
right
fixing
now,
for
man.
it. If we get to the line this time by, we're going to get white flag, and we're going to go to the end of this race. We're not going to go overtime. White flag.
Yeah,
Who can take home the race
Milfeld's
win?
race.
It is. It's his to win. The gap's too large for Wagner to take advantage. But can Carroll sneak past the 42? Here comes the checkered flag. Speedway Boulevard is owned by Michael Milfelt Jr. with Austin Wagner and Nathan Carroll in the top 3. And you know what I think the difference maker tonight was for Michael Milfelt, Jim?
Yeah, shitty coolers.
That, and we got to speak to him during one of the cautions as
Yeah,
well.
I mean,
we got him that race win.
We did, yeah. 100%. Us and shitty coolers carried him to the victory tonight.
Indeed they did. Race win for Michael Milfelt Jr. 2 cars have been disqualified, Josh Motocek and Gordon Spain,
Wow.
for hitting the incident limit here tonight. What a end to that race. Complete carnage, complete chaos.
Wow. All right.
And what more can you say?
Let's see his burnout skills here.
What more can you say about the chaos that the end of that race brought? Pretty good. Can he do a standing burnout? That's my question, Jim, because I think it's easy to do donuts.
Yes.
It's hard to do a standing burnout. Can you do a
Agreed.
standing burnout? The easiest way to do it is you put in the clutch,
Nice
you
good.
rev the absolute
Polish
shitty
victory lap
coolers out of the ears. Pretty much easiest way to do a standing burnout in a car that obviously has no traction control. Sit on the clutch, rev the absolute shitty coolers out of the throttle, and then just jump onto the brake pedal as soon as you dump the clutch, and the thing will just rev up and hit you with a standing burnout. It's the easiest way to do it.
All right.
And then even better than that, Jim, if you can do it in a car that doesn't need a clutch to shift up, you can then try and do a standing burnout shifting up the box as well. But Michael Milfelt Jr. doing his Polish victory lap here tonight, running in what would be the Oz car layout of Bristol, running right-hand side,
Yes.
turning.
Indeed. All right.
Yep.
Let's get a look at these results here tonight.
So results at the end of that one,
There we
as
go.
we await for them to get up on screen. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
amazing, isn't it? That
Yeah,
is
great to be here with you, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic.
Oh,
to
you
see.
know what I think I did? Hold on. Let me see.
What did you do? What did you do,
Let me
Jim?
just see.
Did you have it set to classes instead of?
No. Let me see. Did that help? That did not help. Why did that not help? I feel like something is off here tonight. Well, that's a good question. I have no idea. What did I do? I must have done something. This was a new install tonight for this league. I'm shocked it's not working.
Well, that's okay. That's it's some little things
Let me go find the
sort
other
out.
ones real quick here, and we'll just pull those up, and we'll go with that.
There we go. So the finishing positions for you, provisional as they are: Michael Bilfelt Jr. ahead of Austin Wagner and Nathan Carroll on the podium. James Lehman, Bentley Glazer, the top 5. Greg Maul, Tommy Cook, Ivan Jones, Matt Rodoloso, and William Kirk for the top 10. Milfelt Jr. becomes our 7th different winner of the race season. Billy Baumgartner ahead of Dakota Floyd, Rob Haynes, Scott Patton, Keaton Tripp Home in the top 15. Josh Fracker, Garrett Helmlinger ahead of Rod Mitten, Bill Paradise, with Josh Motorcheck, who was disqualified in the race, so he will not finish P20. Everyone else will move up a position. Richard Holland, Chris Howe, Gordon Spain also disqualified, so everyone else in behind them will also move up a position.
Motorcheck is correct there. But he's been
disqualified.
It disqualified him down to the last.
No.
Yeah, that's where he'll
but
finish.
he's been DQ'd though, so because he's been DQ'd, he actually won't have a finishing position.
Oh.
Because he's DQ'd. So when it actually goes into iRacing afterwards, when the results come up in iRacing after the event, he will be at the bottom as he will be disqualified. So for everyone else behind him in Spain, they'll all move up a position with Stuart Nees, Laverne Smith, Hagee, Lee Jr., Durr, Lee, Wishon, Michael, Slagle, and Watts, the top 35 into the final 7 positions. We will find in behind them Zach Groover, Michael Brooks, Rylan Neese, Brandon Groover, Krishan Elliott, Scott Sanderson, and Ty Stanley at the back end of the field. We'll start out our interviews here tonight with P3 on the road. It's Nathan Carroll in the 63 on the podium once again. Nathan, I picked you to take home the race win tonight, but Milfelt just had an absolute rocket under him on those final few laps. How was that race for you? And I must say, hats off to you for the strategy as well. Stayed out as long as possible in the first stint, and then came in around about lap 111, and that got you home to the end. Congratulations on a great race for yourself and another podium 2 weeks in a row.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, pretty awesome. Last week was I'm like adrenaline packed right now, so bear with me. But last week was my first podium in a while, and now to go back to back is pretty cool. It helps having a lot of guys on the team. We all kind of committed to that strategy together, so it allows us to kind of build a buffer to whoever's behind us that did come during the stage and take those tires. But it all panned out really good for me and Tommy, and Joshua got black flagged. I think he jumped the start or something. But we were looking to set up for dual top 5s again for the team, and I got one, but everybody ran really well, so that was pretty cool.
Well, so for Josh, that being Josh Motorcheck, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Well, he's also been disqualified as well, though, from the race, because I think he either didn't serve his black flag quick enough or he hit the incident limit.
So I think he was trying to come down. So it was like the second to last restart. He was trying to come down and serve it, and then the caution came out, so he couldn't. I don't know. We got to review and recap everything that happened, but I believe that's what occurred. And so then the caution came out, and then he went to go serve it, and they disqualified him. So I mean, it's all iRacing, operated. It's all computer operated. So maybe there was something there that we didn't know. We don't get DQ'd very often, so just kind of a learning experience there.
Well, normally I know you have 3 green laps to serve the black flag.
Well,
it shouldn't
that might have been what it is.
Well,
it might be.
To be fair, I've seen it do crazy stuff like this in NASCAR races before.
Yeah. It can be quite finicky as well. So.
And the thing is I didn't know it, but if it was 3 laps, then that was probably the case. I mean, he ran 1 or 2 laps under the green and went to go serve it. And then on the restart, he was on the top. So he's got to find a way to get to the bottom. He can't just, left hook somebody and force them out of the way. And I think that 1 extra lap he completed after the final restart got him DQ'd. So that must have been what it is. But it's all good. Like he's not upset, and nobody's upset. Team's running really good, and I'm super stoked about that.
Well, Nathan, it's been a great race for yourself throughout tonight. Obviously, Kansas next week. How are you feeling going into that one for the next round of the season?
I don't know. I told you guys last week that short tracks are more my thing, so now we've been on two kind of shorter tracks and at podium. But I think the true intermediates and cookie cutter racetracks, the tri-ovals, are more anybody's game. And then it comes down to another thing we discussed, like with the tire management. And a big thing in these races now is with the aero package being updated on the trucks, like dirty air plays such a massive role, whether somebody's right up on the back end of your truck or you're right behind somebody. Like you got to learn how to manage that. And so we'll have to work on that next week. And then I feel good. I'm on a crazy streak right now.
Right. Cloud nine.
I'm euphoric. Yeah, dude. Like I've never run this good. And even, the one other league I run part-time and I got some good finishes there. So I'm pretty excited. I can't even hardly contain myself.
It's good to see you that excited, man. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you once again coming to have a chat to us, Nathan. We wish you the best of luck next week out at Kansas. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, I won't go through the whole list last time, but like I did last time. But my wife Danielle, number one, 100% always, and Luca and Angela in my living room watching the races with her, and Manny and Zach and my parents, and I know I forgot someone else, my team, of course, and I had a special sponsor on the truck. It's my buddy Jared Wishon's little deal, and he threw it on the truck for me, and he's had a tough go at it. He's a really good driver. And, yeah, the diecast. So they're a Circle B affiliate. So if you shop at Circle B, you can use the code DFANS to save $6 on shipping. So there's my sponsor plug.
Good job.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Nathan, thanks so much for coming to have a chat to us. Best of luck next week at Kansas. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be 3 in a row for you. We'll have to wait and see.
Hopefully it'll be a win.
We'll
I used to envy the podiums, but now now I want the wins.
See,
so
look,
we'll see.
That's how spoiled they get. You see there right off the bat.
Hey, thank you guys.
All right, buddy.
No worries. Thanks so much.
Good night.
Well, next up this evening, we have P2 on the road, the 42 of Austin Wagner. Austin, welcome in. Congratulations. P2 on the road tonight here at Bristol. Great race for yourself there. A tough run for your championship-leading teammate, Keaton Tripp, towards the end of that race there where he copped himself a black flag and had to drive through pit road. But at least you got one of those 419 trucks up on the podium. How does it feel for you, though, to get this podium finish here tonight at Bristol?
Feels pretty good after I can't even remember where I finished last week in Rockingham, and I've had 2 or 3 races now where I failed to qualify in, so it's good to get points again, and hopefully we can keep it rolling for the next few weeks. I don't know where I'm at in the points, but it can't be very good, so tonight definitely helped that.
Well, good points on the board tonight. Obviously a podium for yourself as well. We've got Kansas coming up next week. Are you feeling that this could be a little bit of a momentum swing in your favor to hopefully get up on the podium next time out once again?
Yeah, I like Kansas just because you can run the wall. Yeah, that'll definitely different than Bristol. I don't really know what I'm best at, but I thought I was better at mile and a half than short track, but I guess the short tracks are working out too. So, but no, I like Kansas, Homestead tracks where you can run multi-lane. So hopefully hopefully we can keep that momentum carrying over to next week.
We'll have to wait and see, but a fantastic effort for yourself here tonight, Austin. Congratulations on the performance. We hope you can carry this momentum now into the next half of the season, leading towards the chase, and maybe get yourself up the order in terms of the point standings. And who knows, you might even make the chase at season's end if this momentum swing is going to be in your favor. But is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go this evening?
Just shout out to the team, Keaton and Rylan and Andrew. Hopefully Keaton doesn't incident point out of the race next week, and hopefully he can stack some more wins here in the coming races. It's rare that I ever finish in front of him, so but yeah, shout out to them. That's all I got.
I'm sure you'll be reminding him of the fact that you beat him this week for the next 7 days. But
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate your time, Austin. Best of luck next time out at Kansas, and hopefully, for your sake, we'll be chatting to you again next week.
Yep, sounds good. See you guys. Thanks.
No worries. Thanks so much. Next up, we have our race winner here tonight, Jim, and I think I'm going to let you take this one after the correspondence mid-race with him. It's Michael Milfeld who has taken home the race win here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Well, the first thing I have to say is, isn't that a shitty cooler situation there? You end up here in Victory Circle after having an early race conversation with us. We believe that in some way we are responsible for this victory. That's how we feel up here. You can't change our mind.
Absolutely. There's no broadcaster curse. You guys are good luck.
See there? Yeah. Well, we'll start pulling you in every week then. We'll get you.
There you go.
We'll get you the shitty cooler sponsorship right on the truck there with Federated.
I'm going to have to change it, aren't I?
Well, no, I'm never going to ask you to take Kenny Schrader's paint scheme off there because it's Kenny Schrader. But we might have to add the shitty coolers livery on there, or logo on there at least anyway.
Quarter panel or something, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Well, you got a big space there on the back of the truck that would hold a nice Motormouth Broadcasting logo there on the deck lid, or a shitty cooler.
Oh, there you go.
Either one, we could go with either one of those. But no, seriously though, congratulations, good run tonight. You looked, you qualified up front tonight. You stayed up front. You really just executed a perfect short track race, and in the last 50, 70 laps or whatever it was, man, every restart you got off strong. And you just seem to have just a little bit more than everybody else there.
Yeah, I think I was fortunate. There's a lot of luck that goes into this track, and some really, really fast guys had some bad luck tonight. So I don't know that I would have won.
Just avoiding that guy bouncing off the wall there was pretty impressive. But I look either way, luck, whatever. In the end, it's how it turns out. And you put your truck up front, you put yourself in a position to win this thing, and you held on to that with some good guys behind you who ultimately ran into some trouble. But you executed, and that's what it's really all about.
I tell you what, this league has been getting more and more impressive. James does such a great job with this league, and the level of competition in this league is insane.
It is.
I feel very, very fortunate to be in victory lane tonight.
Good. That's the way it should feel. These things shouldn't be easy, and it's cool to see you appreciative of it and up here. And I feel like we're going to have to pull you in. There was another car you avoided twitching and bouncing into the wall. Maybe you really did have some luck with you tonight. I think that was that commentator luck riding with you there.
I think so.
No, but seriously, again, congratulations. Looking forward to see how this does with your confidence and everything moving forward, and seeing how it goes from here. But so I'm sure you got some people you'd like to thank since we got you in here in Victory Circle tonight. So go ahead and do that for us.
Thank you guys, Motormouth Broadcasting. You guys do a good job. Thank James, the league, my teammates, Heath and Charlie. And
damn, there's another truck you just avoided. Holy cow! All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was a lucky night.
I mean, just in this interview, you've avoided 3 just in this part. But yeah, keep going. Sorry.
That makes up for all the bad luck I've had in the previous races.
That's right. That's right. Hey, a win. Look, if somebody would have told you, hey, you're going to have this, and this bad luck, but then you're going to win in this race, you'd have probably taken that. So,
absolutely.
There you go. But anybody, keep going on your thank yous. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done.
All right, man. Well, look forward to talking to you again. Thanks for letting us have a little fun with you tonight. And playing along with us. That was good of you. And
yes, it's fun, guys.
Yeah, good. All right, man. Well, congratulations. And to be fair, James told us to pull you in here and give you a hard time. But now, looking back on it, I have to say the joke's on James because you just won this race.
I'll have to thank him later.
So yes, thank him for that because he helped put this together. So yeah, enjoy it. Cool. All right, buddy. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, that is hilarious. The joke is on James there. That's great.
It really is. Ultimately, it is on
is.
James.
It is. Just so folks say he told us to pull him in, give him a hard time, have some fun with him, and so we did. And yeah, and now the joke is completely on James.
Ultimately we obliged,
We
and it
did.
worked out in our favor.
Well,
So
don't ever let it be
well,
said that I won't pull someone in to jerk their chain a little bit for sure. But.
We will always do it. But no, we appreciate everybody's time joining us here once again this evening for Maximum Velocity Racing League Truck Series action, of course, for Season 5, Round 8 out here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Coming up for your weekend, we got Buy Point Racing Sports Car action, OGRL Coffee Cup, and I2I O'Reilly's action coming your way as well. Alongside that, too, we've also got Oakhouse Racing coming back with the O'Reilly series as well. You guys can catch all the action live right here on Motormouth Broadcasting and help support us as we've just ticked over 775 subscribers. You can help us on the road to 800. We're only 25 subscribers away by hitting that like button and subscribe to the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing right here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Coming up next week, we go racing out at Kansas Motor Speedway. It's going to be a fun time for these CNC Home Designs Truck Series drivers next time out. A big shout out as well to our stream sponsors, of course, the Roasted Record, our newest sponsor for Motormouth Broadcasting. You can go visit them down in Florida in person, or you can order online and use code SIM20 to get yourself 20% off your cheeky order. They'll ship to pretty much anywhere as long as you're willing to pay for that shipping as well. To DRA Digital Race Engineer, who've been on board with us ever since the start, and as well to Track Cams for Gourmets as well. They help us bring the action to you through sight and looking as beautiful as it does with these fantastic track and car cams as well. For myself, Hamish Runner and Jim Cunningham, appreciate your time, appreciate your efforts being here with us once again, right here on Motormouth Broadcasting this evening. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. But from all of us here, we appreciate your time. Welcome, and we hope you stick around here with us at Motormouth Broadcasting, where legends are created one corner at a time.